Hi everybody, it's me, Nina. Just getting out of a chronic fatigue crash. I don't talk a lot about my health stuff. And it doesn't do any good to talk about it, and there's not a thing they can do about it. But that's where I've been the last few days. I have been in bed and get up in the morning and I was just as exhausted as I was when I went to bed. So I would get up and eat something very small, go to the restroom, go right back to bed, and I would be in bed about all day long. So, honey, how many days was that? 3?
Yeah.
3 days this time. And today I was feeling better, and I told Steve, I said, can you go down in the basement and get my shower chair? Because I don't need it very often, but when I go in these bad crashes, I cannot stand up and take a shower. I just can't do it. I'm too weak. And so he did, and I was able to get a shower in, and it wore me out, but I am feeling a little bit better. I thought I haven't crocheted at all, and I was watching a lady talking about how she's going to start crocheting just small, like lap blankets, and she's gonna put them in a basket or whatever, and if she has company come over, family or friends, if they would be interested in wanting a lap blanket, that way they would have something that she made. And I thought, well, that's a good idea if you have, leftover. Hey, babe,
Yeah.
Can you tilt that down just a tiny bit? Hold on. Just, this like that. That should do it. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
So I thought that would be a good idea with some of that yarn that I got on sale. This was at Joann's. The only thing is I couldn't find the start of it, and I had to pull all this out. Oh, it looks like a mess. But this was that bonus bundle. I got this for $9 and something at Joann's, and I wish that I would have had the money to buy quite a few of them. I'm working on, I just started it. Lap blanket. It was 123 chains, and then it's just you skip 2 chains, and then you do a single crochet in the 3rd chain, and then where you did the single crochet, you're going to put 2 double crochets in that also. But I thought that would be a easy pattern where I won't have to think about it. I think I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about it's M-E, and I don't know how to pronounce that long name. You can look that up. But it's actually M-E CFS is what I have been diagnosed with. And I'm thankful that the flares don't hit me like a fibromyalgia flare. Fibro is, for me, more pain, and a CFS, chronic fatigue flare, is exhaustion. It is, my mind honestly doesn't seem to, it's not sharp. I can't read when I'm in one. I can't watch TV. I don't watch videos. I can't do anything. And I lay and sleep. And that's all I do. It's awful. It's horrible. No energy. I can't do anything. I have a lot of, I can't get a deep enough breath in. A lot of deep pain, pressure in my chest, but not like my heart attack. Not at all like that. And sore throat and lymph nodes feel like they're swelled, and that it happens every time I get a real bad crash. I just kind of thought it was odd that when I have a fibromyalgia flare, it's different. I go back and forth from not being able to sleep with fibro, from pain. It's totally different, and it's terrible to have both things. I'm really tired right now, and I feel like I'm kind of having trouble getting my breath, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this video. Give me a minute and then I'll be back. All right, I'll try. What I was gonna say is I'm thankful at this time when I go through a crash like this that I have a CPAP, because I feel like I can't get enough air and can't get enough deep air in. And when I lay down with my CPAP on, it forces air, and thank goodness for that. For some reason, I always feel, well, it's always like I can smell like ammonia, and I'm not sure what that's all about. I've mentioned it to my doctor, but you know, it's just like any type of a medical thing where they're not really sure what all causes it, and you know, there's nothing they can do for it. I think they just kind of write it down, and that's where it stays. It's just kind of written down. I have in the past watched several different people that have suffered with ME/CFS, and a lot of them are a lot worse off than I am, and a lot of them are not. And I think my main thing is I hate the tiredness. It feels like someone came and sucked all of my blood out of me. And I know that, you know, people say, well, you look fine. Yeah, I probably do look fine, but I'm not fine. And I don't like to talk about it, just for the fact, like I said, there's nothing that they can do. You know, they can give you medication, but I've tried stuff before and it doesn't really help. It doesn't help at all. And I thought, why get on more medication when it's not going to do anything for me, other than give me other problems. But I knew the other day when I went to Cleveland with Steve, I knew that something was coming up. I didn't know it was the CFS. I thought it was probably just fibro, because fibro flares happen a lot to me. And most of the time, if I take a couple days and don't do a whole lot, I can, you know, pretty much get over that. But the ME/CFS, it's almost always 3 or 4 days in bed. I'm not talking nights, I'm talking days, day in and day out. No energy, can't hardly walk. A lot of times I have to get my walker, but this time I wasn't up enough to even use it. Just went to the restroom and held on to the counter and stuff over there where the microwave is, and go back to bed. That's what I've been doing. Steve got me some of that sugar-free Gatorade that has electrolytes and stuff in it to help me, because I've been dehydrated. I've been trying to drink, and I noticed that the day before I went to Cleveland. And you know, we haven't pinpointed what has caused me to have all this stuff, but I think I have figured out a little bit of it. If you do research on it, you'll find out that if you say, like, for instance, if you had mono or some type of an illness, and sometimes when you get better with that illness, you'll, for some reason, your body will do this, will make you sick. And I was, I don't know, I don't remember how old I was, probably in 8th grade, and I got a really bad virus. And Mom and Dad, you know, we had insurance, but it wasn't good insurance, and they always just kind of took care of us the best that they could at home. And you know, I'm sure that if they would have taken me to the hospital, they probably wouldn't have found out what the virus was anyway. But I was really sick for over 2 weeks, and I remember losing 20 some pounds in that 2 weeks. And I was, you know, I was young. I didn't need to lose that weight. And I remember being really weak like this and sleeping a lot. And but when I got over that, I would have spells, you know, like this. But I think the older I got, the worse that it got. And they worried at first that I might have MS. They tested me for all different types of stuff. And when they finally decided, they said that I had fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome, which has been, they've changed names with that a couple of times now. That's how the ME got in front of it. I don't know how to say it. You guys can look it up. Just type in ME and it will come up on Google. But I never share much about the health challenges that I go through, because I don't want pity. I don't want I don't know, I don't want anybody saying anything that, oh, it's probably this, or oh, it's probably that. Believe me, I've been to many, many doctors, and even to Cleveland Clinic, and I've been through the mill, put it that way. And it's just something that I have to bear. I'm just thankful that these don't happen very often. Yeah, it's tough. I know I've been down, and it seems like when I'm down, it seems to speed it up, make a crash come sooner, which is not good. So I try my best to stay upbeat, and I've just been missing some family members, and God knows who they are. Steve tries his best to be there for me and hold me and talk to me, but you know, when you fight health problems, your body just tends to do what it's going to do. It hits me whenever it's just out of the blue. It's hit me before, even on vacation, so it's not like when life is going great and you're enjoying everything. It will hit you. Good times, bad times. Let me get me a napkin just a moment. So I'm not gonna make this a long video. I had plans on wanting to crochet a little bit. As I'm talking, I'm just way too weak. I just can't do it. So Steve's been doing all the laundry and all of the cooking, taking care of the chickens. I honestly, I prayed today. I was like, God, I don't know what I would do without Steve. I really, really don't. I don't ever want to find out. But enough about me. I wanted to share a little bit about Mom. I finally talked to Mom today. I hadn't talked to her since Wednesday. Right? Tuesday? I don't know, but she's feeling a lot better. She had a rough night last night, she said. She didn't know that I had been in this crash. Mom, I have to tell you the truth. When I first started showing bad symptoms of it, Mom didn't believe it, because I was always a really hard worker, always working hard. And I would do all of my work at my house and outside work, and I would come here and help Mom and Dad, and just, I really prided myself on being a hard worker. And the first time that Mom noticed that something wasn't right with me, I wasn't feeling good. And she wanted some mulch put down. And I never would say no. I would just force myself. And so I went out to the store, and I had the guys load the trunk up for me. And which is something I would have always done it myself. And so when I got here, I just pulled the car around back, and I tried to get a bag of that mulch out of the car, and I couldn't lift it. I couldn't get it out. And I tried and I tried, and Mom came and got it. And she was like, what in the world? And I said, Mom, I told you I've been going through a lot. I don't know what's going on, but I don't have energy like I did. Well, when Dad passed away, and we moved up here to help Mom, she helped me more than I helped her. And she would know, she would see it. It would be days and days and days of me. We lived in the basement, and I would just stay in bed. We had a bathroom built down there, so I wouldn't have to keep climbing up and down the stairs. And it was really bad, and Mom knew for sure then something was going on. And I know it's hard to understand, and people think that you're lying, or they either don't realize how bad you really feel until they're around you and see it. And that's one reason I thought I would just go ahead and make this, because I thought I hide behind my bedroom door. Steve gets scared and comes checking on me because he's afraid that I've stopped breathing or that I'm not going to wake up. And I thought, you know, I'm honest about everything on my channel. And the reason I haven't been pushing this all out in the open is because I just hate it so bad. And I don't want no one to feel sorry for me. And I don't want people to think that I'm just faking it. I told Steve yesterday, I said I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I don't have a worst enemy, I hope, but I'm gonna go, but hopefully I'll be better. I'm feeling so much better already. I'm just really weak and tired, but hopefully I'll be able to make a video in a few days. And So God bless you all, and I hope that none of you ever have to suffer through anything like this. Someone told me for every day that you spend in bed, it takes 3 days for you to build your strength back up. So if you try to remember that, I've just spent 3 days and nights in bed. I'm gonna need a little over a week to get myself back to normal again. So I'll see you then, okay? God bless you guys.